Someone very wise said something very wise. It was very simple. He said, "We need sleep to survive." And that is true. Friends, with all the pressure and responsibilities, with everything to get done, all the goals that we have to meet, with the projects must be completed, the expectations to fulfill, even us as people, we want to have new and fun experiences in life. Well, if we want to survive through all of this, we must sleep. We need to get some sleep. And I'm not talking about just laying down in bed and scrolling through social media and trying to, no, I'm talking about rest sleep, deep sleep. If you do a little research, you can find how important it is to our health to get some sleep, right? It's when your brain gets rid of all the toxic waste. There are nerve cells that communicate and reorganize in our brain, which supports our brain health and functions. Even your physical body needs to repair cells, restore energy, and all that process gets done while we are sleeping. You can clearly see when someone did not have a good sleep. Isn't that right? I remember when my kids were younger and that afternoon nap would change them totally. Oh, if they have to sleep, they have to sleep. If not, their favorite toy, it annoys them. The food doesn't like it. Everything is just so aggravating to them. When you look at them, say, "Baby, you just need to sleep, that's all." Or how about, I don't know, a co-worker or someone, just your standard conversation becomes an argument, things go wrong when they just didn't have a good night of sleep. They were not rested. King David has such an amazing way of explaining to us the smallest blessings in life. And one of those blessings that he realized, and he gives us the wisdom, the courage to say, listen, I know you can go 24 hours a day, but you need to realize that God has told us to rest and sleep sometimes. Psalm 4 will encourage you to do that. And I want to take the time, there are 8 verses, and read it for you. Hear the word of God. David says, "Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have relieved me in my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. How long, O you sons of men, will you turn my glory to shame? How long will you love worthlessness and seek falsehood? But know that the Lord has set apart for himself him who is godly. The Lord will hear when I call to him. Be angry, but do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. You have put gladness in my heart more than in the season that their grain and wine increased. I will both lie down in peace and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. I love it. I want to sleep now. It's such a resting moment, creates such a resting place where you hear the troubles in his life. You hear a king, a leader with all the things to get done, but at the same time saying, wait, but I need to lay down and sleep. And I'm going to tell you why. How can he do that? So let's agree on something. David is as stressed as you are. Okay, he's no different. He has responsibilities. There is a lot going on in his life. Verse 2 says, "Oh, how long, you sons of men, will you turn my glory to shame?" You can immediately feel that there is something going on in his life that it's not giving him peace. It's not letting him be still. How long will you love worthlessness and seek falsehood? My God, imagine working with people, having to lead a group of people like that. This is their king speaking to them. But David knew the following. He says, "Be angry and do not sin." He never allowed to stay angry. He gets angry, but he knew something. If he stays like that without resting, analyzing, remembering who God is, that anger will turn into sin. He says, "Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still." Do not stay angry. Do not stay tired, for that could easily turn into sin. And David says, "My source of peace is God." It's not what I have, but who God is in my life. It says, "You have put gladness in my heart more than in the season that their grain and wine increased." Can increase, decrease. You have it, you lose it. Comes and goes. But his gladness in his heart comes from God alone. So then, in the midst of this somewhat chaos, he says, "I will both lie down in peace and sleep." Friends, to lie down means to assume a horizontal resting position. Here comes the secret. On a supporting surface. If you don't have that surface of support, you can't sleep. You may lie down in a very comfortable bed, but unless you know who is your support, it's hard to fall asleep, isn't it? True? So David says, "Here is why I can not only lay down but also sleep. For you alone, God, make me dwell in safety." I'm safe. I can sleep. I know my support system is God, so I can truly rest. So I want to encourage you to think about this. Nowadays, if you go to any store, you'll see so many pills for sleeping, so many methods of sleeping. And fine, if that's what's helping anyone, sure. But I'm here to tell you that God has planned for you to sleep and rest. And if you're not finding it, then search for Him first. And I promise you, you will find rest. God bless you.